Mama, na digital blessing. High tech, they rise, no stressing. Money boy on the beat. I see numbers on my screen. Green candles make me lean. My people, them, they win. High tech, they flow like stream. Enough we go down. Now only we know. All my people gather round. Make we show them how we grow. High tech, na juju money. Juju money. Price, they rise infinitely. My God, dash us this blessing. This blessings. Digital money, no go rest, oh. No rest. Sharp pattern, they confirm. Every trader, they affirm. All time high, no be ceiling. Market makers, them, they feeling. My brother, check the stats. Numbers climbing like that. You record every day.
All right. Okay. Allow me to quickly check how is the sound going. Hopefully everything is working fine. Actually, I should have had this ready just so I can start faster, but for whatever reason I forgot to set this one up. So allow me to quickly check if there is sound here, so I don't talk to myself. Hopefully everything is working fine. It is. You probably heard. So we can start. My name's Hightech, of course. I'm the creator of the Hightech meme coin. This is the mint address of this meme coin. Why am I so dark? This is not address for tips. Do not confuse it. Yeah, do not confuse it. This is the mint address of my meme coin. I don't know why am I so dark. I shouldn't be this dark. However, yeah, on these live streams I talk about what just happened today in the cryptocurrency market, what I think about it, and I share my thoughts given that I have 11 years of experience in cryptocurrency market, so a lot of experience, and I haven't been this dark. I don't know, maybe I turn on the light, maybe this light too. When now situation is going to, no, it's still, maybe it's a little bit too bright behind me, that's the reason. Okay, it's too late to change it all now. Now it's letting go. Okay, now it's a little bit better, yeah. So hopefully it stays this way. Anyway, so yeah, I talk about the current market situation, and of course I explain you guys how revolutionary idea and approach to meme coins generally Hightech is. In between the let's say technical stuff, the merit. Yeah, so I think we can switch the screens finally. Allow me to quickly check if everything is in order, but I believe it is. So yeah, let's go. This is how it looks for most of the show, naturally. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, of course, write me in the live chat. Don't be shy. I will not be laughing at you, even if you write me something silly. Maybe just a little bit, but definitely not with bad intentions. So worry not. So as you see on Bitcoin, hold a second, because this one is still playing sound. As you see on the Bitcoin chart, we are recovering exactly as I was telling you guys, that probably we have nothing to worry about really, because I know I repeat myself a lot if you watch me every day, but it's things do not change from one day to another that much usually. So I'm unfortunately somewhat forced to do that, and well, just find patience, find understanding. I'm trying to deliver every single day, live streams as attractive as possible with as least effort as possible. That one I must admit to. And yeah, but since I'm a professional in this field, so whatever I say is so much more valuable than whatever any other crypto influencer you may watch have to tell you, because those guys, they literally have zero idea about, you know, how this game really works and what you should really be doing here. Yeah, usually, you know, the way they make their money is through referral links, where, you know, they earn when you lose, because, you know, they show you derivative exchanges, and they're the most money they make when you are liquidated. And if you don't believe me, then go and check where you pay the most fees, right? When you trade the derivatives, you pay the most fees when you are liquidated. Okay, so that's how their incentive is directed, right? Here it's completely opposite, absolutely completely opposite. So that is why it's a night and day difference, literally. So anyway, as you see, I had exit signal here before this micro dump, but this is a 15-minute interval. I've been showing it to you for quite few shows already, because quite few, I mean like two shows actually, maybe three. Actually, now I have to check, so I don't feel like yeah, two shows. Okay, 2 days, so two shows on 1 hourly. Instead, nothing has happened. I did not get exit. I I mean, my system maintained the position, as you see, and no wonder why, because, you know, when you look at what was going on here, well, not much. We were literally going sideways in this channel, and there was zero reason to anyhow panic. By the way, guys, give me a follow, subscribe, and like and share. If you can, repost it. If you watch it on X, please repost it, because I need the reach. I've been very suppressed by YouTube channel, but by my YouTube channel, because I was stubborn enough to you know, to keep trying on YouTube for 1 year straight, and that was a huge mistake. Those guys literally wasted 1 year of my life. So if you think my content deserves it, then repost the link to this live stream on whichever platform you watch it, because now, you know, after so bad experience with YouTube, I live stream it to 5 different platforms, YouTube included, because it does not cost me anything. So why not? Maybe they will, I don't know, reconcile somehow on what they've done to me one day, and it will, you know, it will come back to me, let's say, with multiple reward. I hope that is going to be the case. But yeah, that's a big. You will definitely make me a big favor if you repost about me. I don't know, on your X account, whichever, I don't know, WhatsApp, Facebook, what have you. So yeah, so generally speaking, it's looking very good. It's looking very promising. I said yesterday there is literally zero reason for us to dump. Like, fundamentally speaking, we must wait until fourth quarter to really, you know, get a little bit closer to conditions that are a little bit more dangerous seasonally, and how else, liquidity wise, and seasonality wise, probably geopolitically too, because, you know, usually whatever, let's say, war campaigns start, historically speaking, they happen after the summer season. So for autumn, I don't know, to name one is Second World War, right? The biggest storms came at autumn time, not during the summer season. So that is why, you know, from multiple angles, if we want to be fear mongering, it's reasonable to actually wait until holiday season ends, right? So it just makes no sense right now to expect anything disastrous from whichever side, global finance included. I mean, since first quarter was really bad, so it was only natural that liquidity will favorite growth in the second and third quarter. And if you watched me at the beginning of second quarter, you would already know it. Like a long time ago, you would already know it. But yeah, you probably didn't watch me. You didn't watch me, so time lost. Do not repeat the same mistakes anymore, and give me follow or subscribe. I don't know how is it called on your platform, on the platform you watch it, because I live stream to five right now, to all five right now, which is YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Kick, and X, of course. So altcoins are starting to react somewhat positively to this Bitcoin recovery. This is crypto bubbles for Binance, because I trade on Binance. My systems are made for Binance, so that's why. As of now, yet I'm not interested in coins anywhere else. Although I'm going to add Bybit to my system, so then probably I'll be looking at much wider range of altcoins here. But so far it has been only Binance, so that is why from my perspective I have zero reason to look elsewhere for now. So hopefully in this, let's say in this group, there are altcoins that of your interest too. But here, as you see, yeah, we have quite few fairly green bubbles, like FIS. I have no idea what that is, but I have it in trade actually. Res, which I have no idea what that is, but I have it in position because it doesn't matter what those coins do. What does matter is how great volatility they have, right? If they're volatile, then you can trade them, and trading systems will absolutely love them. So that whenever I, for example, pick a coin for trading, so it is traded with my systems, I just check how great volatility it has on the weekly candle, right? On the historical chart on the weekly candle. And if I like the volatility, then of course I will be trading that coin. If I don't like the volatility, I don't care what's the fundamentals. Which are the fundamentals? I totally don't care about it. I want to see volatility, because that means that I can trade it. I can make use of those pumps and sell before the dumps, and then again make use of those pumps and so on, right? But anyway, as you see, is looking quite green, quite opposite to what it was yesterday. Yesterday wasn't the best day for altcoins, but I think overall this week could be better. Definitely could be better. I was expecting it to be better, but the market shows violence, a little bit of violence, which, by the way, had to come. That moment had to come anyway, because we've been growing for quite a lot of time, almost without a break, like at least 2 weeks straight, right? So this third week here, as you see, this is other chart. So this one is representing what's going on the altcoin side. The thing that you should be interested in the most is that since this low here, right here, we maintained higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. So that's the most important. Actually, that's the only thing that we should be caring about, because that means we are inherently in a bull trend, and a little bit of red somewhere there in between doesn't really matter, because the main characteristic of a bull trend is higher highs and higher lows, and that's what we have. We did not get lower high, lower low, because that one probably will be the first to get, and here it's nowhere to see, right? On Bitcoin, we did have it, we did get it this week. But when it comes to Bitcoin, there is like a lot of institutional capital there now, a lot of let's say TradFi folks, and those guys mainly look at Heiken Ashi candles. So when we switch to Heiken Ashi, why? Because their charts from TradFi, traditional markets, they operate only 8 hours I do 8 hours a day, 5 times a week, so they are super choppy. So that is why they smooth it out with Heikenashi candles, and they're used to it. And here on Heikenashi, everything is fine, right? Here, everything is perfect. So that's why, in case of Bitcoin, I would rather not worry about this one lower low on the weekly. I think we can. This is a little bit exceptional situation that allows us to ignore it. And I think the altcoin market and others chart and totally 50, which I don't know why, but does not load up fully. It loads up like this. When I try to review it, I don't know if it is this only me or you guys see it like this as well, because this started to happen like literally 2 days ago, before I could see like full history of this chart, and now it's limited to literally few candles. That's a little bit too bad. But so that's why I rather prefer, if I have full chart of totally 50, I think that this one is the best for discussing alts. But since it's incomplete, so I'm forced to go to others chart, which is the second best when it comes to contemplating altcoins and what they are doing, right? So coming back to what I was about to say, in my opinion, definitely this cycle, others chart or totally 50 were giving us much clearer picture of where this sector actually is, right? Where this industry actually is. Are we already overbought, or are we already oversold? Which is it, right? So judging by Bitcoin, it was very difficult to tell. Judging by others or totally 50, it was fairly easy. It was actually fairly easy. I mean, assuming that you knew that those charts were telling you what is the state of crypto right now, Bitcoin included, right? At the given moment. So it happened on 2 occasions in recent history. So it was here and it was here. So that is why, since this instance, I'm assuming like 100%, at least this cycle, the chart to watch is one of those two, others or totally 50, if you want to gain orientation, what the hell is going on, right? So right now, this chart is showing us that we have a lot of room to go. Definitely, because here we are in ascending channel, nicely ascending channel. Yeah, it's quite wide, so that is why it's very easy to lose orientation. Is the cycle still intact, or is it over? What the hell is going on? Nothing like that. It's very well still in place. It's kicking. It just has a very wide range, and that is why when you zoom in a little bit too much, you lose the whole picture, and it's very easy to get lost, right? Because right now this became a big forest. This is going to be much greater forest than last cycle, so that's why it's so easy to get lost in here. Yeah, we definitely are looking very bullish. We definitely are looking like it's just the beginning, especially given the time in which all of it is happening. So low liquidity after a very, very strong sell-offs in first quarter. That's turbo important that we had those sell-offs, because that means the people that stayed in this market after the first quarter are composed. I mean, the market is composed of strong hands. Yeah, there is a little bit of tourists that jump in and jump out. They got burnt. After first quarter, probably they participated in this market. They joined this market a little bit earlier, and they just got burnt badly. So now down there they are disoriented. They don't really know what the hell is going on, and they keep trying to get back into the market, but every single time it happens, they get smacked in the mouth, right? So that is why we get it's not very smooth. We get a little bit of choppiness, but that's perfectly fine. That is literally how markets must act in order to actually perform, because they cannot grow too heavy. If they grow too heavy, then we don't get rallies, right? This thing must keep growing with everyone around staring at it in fear, right? In fear, and not willing to get close to it, right? Thinking that if they try to touch it, it will spunk them. So that's why we need that kind of market behavior where when somebody gets interested in it, thinks that okay, now it's safe, and approaches it, he must get smacked, right? Get spunked. So we just had a moment like that in the altcoin market, in the Bitcoin market, and that's actually good. That's actually good. I know it's very disorienting. It's very easy to lose track of the situation, but that's the nature of the market. I tend to say that bull has to be mounted, right? It has to be ridden. Whenever it realizes that somebody is trying to mount it, it kicks, right? It kicks, it jumps. So that's volatility, right? That's volatility. In order for the bull to perform a nice run up, he cannot know anyone is on his back, right? So that usually means if anyone is on his back, it must be light enough or gentle enough to not let the bull realize that someone is having a free ride, right? So that let's say level of finance, only very small percent of market participants can present, right? So that is why vast majority must be losing. Vast majority of market participants must come when it's time to get the exit liquidity for those guys that know, and for the big players, right? Because the big players print the charts, they create it, and those guys that know that what is going on, then they sneak in between, even if there are small fish, they move in between the whales without getting eaten, right? And they know how to benefit, right? I know that very well because I'm one of them, right? I'm not a whale. I'm that let's say small fish that knows how to maneuver in between the whales, right? So like I said at the very beginning, I've been doing this for 11 years, so I know all of the mechanics here, all of the process. I know at what point what they can possibly do, and how the market can try to trick you into thinking that what you do actually does not work while you are doing the right thing. It's been 11 years is long enough to realize and to learn, on your mistakes. It's long enough to commit all of the mistakes you could possibly commit, with a little bit of goodwill to get to conclusions. After such a long time, you can get a really good set of knowledge how to deal with all of it, right? So here I'm sharing it. So that's why share, like, and subscribe, or follow if you watch it on a platform where subscription is called following, or subscription is paid, because on YouTube subscription is just following the channel. But actually, when I think of it, follow is a much better term than subscription, because subscription nowadays it brings on your mind that it's something paid. So yeah, I must agree that naming convention is not the best on YouTube actually, even though YouTube is the most popular live streaming platform. Okay, allow me to quickly check the live chat. If you guys have any questions, of course, write me in the live chat. I see there is 15 people watching right now, so probably majority is watching all on X. If you guys have any questions, ask me. I will see it in the live chat 100%. So yeah. What else can I discuss here? So today is Sunday, right? Today is Sunday, meaning that tomorrow traditional exchanges are going to open. Probably we will have a pump. I'm guessing. Altcoins are performing quite well. S&P just had all-time high on Friday. In worst case scenario, Monday is going to be with a little bit of a correction, and later, you know, going into the week, we'll see new all-time highs. I think we should expect new record highs until the beginning of fourth quarter, right? So in my opinion, whole third quarter should be performing really, really, really good because of that low liquidity conditions. Yeah, now I remember there's one thing I want to do, which is actually paste the link to this live stream in some comments. Okay, let's paste it in maybe here. The DJ news, is it about crypto? No, not really. Okay, let's pick some crypto profile, and some recent posts. Vice President of the USA says Bitcoin is a better store of value. What a time to be alive. How can I refer to this? with the link to this live stream. I'm not having any good idea. Good morning, crypto. Last dip before Valhalla. Okay, maybe I'm discussing. Jump in. I'm discussing it here. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. So I think I hope I'm not going to get banned for it. I want to amplify my reach because like I said, YouTube has stolen a lot of time of mine, and I want to recover it as fast as possible. The followership I supposed to have by now, and one of methods is to just keep pasting your live streams at those places of high traffic, um, on those profiles that talk about the same subject. Nick Shabo, this is the dream of politicizing money. Bitcoin's freedom from politics is its true strength. But I think this one is like Bitcoin Maxi, maybe. Yeah, this guy is a Bitcoin Maxi, so he's going to ban me, or he's going to report me as spam or something. So I must paste the second one somewhere else. Is this one Bitcoin Maxi? No, not. But he's a Bitcoiner. He solo mined an entire Bitcoin block and earned $372,000 reward. Amazing. That's amazing. Ethereum, my thoughts. Yeah, this one's good. I think it's time to um, into this train. I think it's time to jump into this train. Think about it here. Join me. Yeah, I think I'm not going to get banned for this. Hopefully, reply. Yeah, only two. Only two. I want to be very 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 gentle with it. I don't want my content to be anyhow restricted, because those platforms are very quick to do that. I just want to have my content, push it out slightly, just a little bit, so I get, like I said, I get back my time, right? Okay, but let's go back to charts. Let's take a look at PUBG, which is tokenized gold. PUBG USDT. Gold has that interesting quality that it tells you the level of fear of TradFi, and PUBG is because it's tokenized gold, so it's traded 24 hours. If we want to look at, let's say, standard gold charts, then we can go only to let's say, TradFi charts that are not TradFi, I don't know, exchanges that are not trading Saturday, Sunday, and so this one allows us to have a glimpse into what is going on in the gold market, when TradFi is not trading, right? So far, as you see, so far so good. Saturday green, Sunday green, and yeah, many people treat this one as an indicator. This chart, I mean the gold chart, as an indicator uh, that tells you if you should invest in crypto or not. So it's they treat it as kind of a risk on, risk off sentiment, right? So if this one performs well, it's supposed to be risk off environment. If this one performs bad, it's supposed to be risk on environment. But I think this time around is going to be different, right? This time around is going to be different. I think risk on and gold are going to perform well, because of that narrative of digital gold in Bitcoin, and because of printers going better as never before. So people will just search in panic where they can put their money into, just so it does not melt like an ice cube, with the great power of inflation. So yeah, in that sense, I think this time is going to be different. And yeah, on Saturday, Sunday, we can tell that gold is not doing anything crazy. It's just maintaining its uptrend pretty nicely, and I don't think it's going to act anyhow explosive. I think it will just gravitate towards the upside slowly for the time being. Maybe in fourth quarter, after it's also it definitely will have a little bit of a correction, because whenever I expect a sizable crash. Okay, I expect a sizable crash in in the fourth quarter. Whenever there is a crash, across the globe, gold also crashes, but then it quickly recovers. It recovers fairly quickly, right? And then it has its own rally, right? So I would expect that kind of behavior from gold, but of course, which one is going to be, we'll have to wait and see. Share, like, and subscribe, guys, or follow. Give me a follow if you watch it on X. Give me a follow. Don't waste this opportunity. Don't waste this occasion that you stumbled upon me, because, like I say, I'm a professional. I'm one of very few professionals, like real professionals, in this field, doing this for 11 years. Most of the people that you follow, they earn money. They earn their money not from trading. They earn their money from referral links. Even though they show you great trades sometimes, and from time to time, they perform well. When they say they open a trade and they show you their trade, from time to time is something really to boast about. But the problem is, those guys trade stress free, because they have stable source of income in form of those fees from referrals, especially when we talk about those really really big YouTubers like I don't know, like Crypto, or I don't know, Car from the Moon, and so on, that Martini guy, and so on. Those guys, they can afford to keep losing one trade after another, after another, because they have a stable source of new capital, new inflows, right? Because of those referrals, because they have shielded to such a massive amount of people that keep trading leverage, thinking that they will change the trading on leverage will change their lives. That it's just crazy, right? It's just crazy. Those guys, I mean, as long as those exchanges exist, they really don't have to be worried about paying their bills. But the problem is, they literally sold lies to their people, because you can only like them you can stay in the game trading leverage. Only if you do it like them. That's the only way. Any other approach will literally push you out on the street, right? It will throw you on the street. So that's why I keep telling you here, guys, avoid trading on leverage. Stay away from it as far as possible. If you are not absolutely crashing the spot trading, you have nothing to look after on leverage side of the market, leverage side of the market, because it will literally it will eat up whatever you throw at it. The precision of trading required there is so high that neural networks are not able to manage it well enough. And you will not tell me that you are a better trader than a neural network that was trained to do only that, right? That's literally impossible. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, of course, ask me in the live chat. Don't ignore me. If you don't have anything to ask, if you don't have anything to say, at least say hi, right? At least say hi. Just be cultural, be polite. Here is some guy trying to shield something in the live chat. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, dude. What you're trying to sell there, I don't think anyone needs it, and probably ever will need it. So remember about this one, because this is actually much more important piece of information I'm giving you right here than you could think, because many of analysts that you could consider professionals, they are looking at it exactly in the way I painted, right? So I explained, and because of how much printing is going on and will be going on, because they barely started, the M2 supply just barely started the injection into the global economy, as a matter of a fact. So this one will be very misleading. Many people will be calling for huge crashes at times when there will be no conditions for crashes, right? So for example, I already predicted, right? I already predicted in front of you right here. So I don't know. Save the link to this live stream. When we will get a huge correction in fourth quarter. After that, everyone and their mother will be saying that bear market has started, and we are going to have a very, very long-lasting recession. Nothing like that will happen. Nothing like that. After we get that correction, at least until second half of 2026, the market will be performing very well. Maybe even the whole 2026. Save this, because you're going to need it. You're going to need it to realize who should you stick with and who should you avoid, because most of the people here, they have zero idea what they are talking about. Zero. Even those most popular. I can name literally maybe two people in the whole of the crypto space. As a professional, I can name two people that somewhat realize what they are saying. First is Alessio Rastani. That guy he definitely knows what he says, even though he uses trading technique that I laugh at, which is Elliott waves theory. It's like it's very very elastic in theory, like literally whatever can fit in there. But in his case, I mean, it works for him somehow. So kudos. And second one is Kevin Svensson. Those are the only two people that in their fields, respective fields, they more or less know what they are talking about. All of the rest is just like pure speculation, pure I don't know sensation. Not much more. Usually they are try to back it up with some fundamentals, but fundamentals they matter only at extremes. Only at extremes. Anything in the middle, anything away from extreme fundamentals will not matter. Yeah. Share, like, and subscribe if you haven't done so, of course. And guys, yeah, if you watch it on X, I see right now I have most viewers on X. Give me a follow. Give me a follow, so you don't lose me, right? So you don't lose me, and you can enjoy my content much more often. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe at some point you will ask me for some advice. I will give it to you right here without any problem. And by the way, if you want to invest in my social media, all of my social media, in my YouTube channels, in my live streaming channels, like on Rumble, on Twitch, on Kick, on YouTube, you can do that through my meme coin, right? So this is literally the reason why I do it. This is my meme coin. It's called High Tech, and this is the only project I'm promoting here, and it will stay that way, right? So that's why it's kind of a gateway to invest in whatever I do in my social media, on my live streaming platforms, right? I'm also a programmer, which I haven't explained yet. So I'll be making for this token, for this meme coin, very unique smart contracts that will be very useful in the future. I'll be preparing the apps for it, so decentralized apps. So I think it's worth of if you I don't know, like my personality, if you like my content, you think it's actually pretty good and it has a lot of potential to become popular. If me as an influencer, if you think in your eyes I have a lot of potential and a lot of growth is ahead of me, you probably want to allocate something into this, right? From the start, I'm telling you, do not overinvest. Do not put too much. Put at the very beginning, you can put something very small, like $1, $2, $2, $3, something that will not make you sweat. I think that is the best the best approach to it, and just that will be, let's say, the start of our relationship from this angle, and later on you will have your time to learn how you feel about it, right? And then decide if you like it or you don't like it, if you want bigger, or maybe you want to withdraw from this market, with very little risk, right? Because the most important thing to me is that so you don't sweat it, right? You don't sweat it. You're not will not get nervous about it, and you can just treat it with a lot of relaxation. Let me check this one more time. Okay, I have to control it here, just in case somebody writes me something. I don't want to ignore people. Later on I will rest stream this content for like few hours again, just to earn more reach on all of the platforms, because usually the airtime, let's say, uh, throughout the airtime I will get only so much reach on all of those platforms. The more I live stream, the more exposure I get. So that is why right now I'm recording this one and I'll be live streaming it. So don't get surprised if you see it once again on whichever platform you are watching it on, and you will see me saying all of these things here again, right? So because it's going to be a live stream, but I will still be by my laptop, because most of the day I spend with my laptop. I do my projects, so if I see anything on the live chat, I will still be responsive. I can even switch the screen put everything live, and refer to whatever question I've seen in the live chat, right? So that's a very important piece of the information, of this information, of this announcement. So yeah, I really like how Bitcoin is doing, how it's performing. I expect to get a new entry, a re-entry, because right now on 15 minute I'm not in the Bitcoin market yet. I expect to get a re-entry on 1 hourly. I am, so one of my, I have a position of Bitcoin, but it's not complete because Bitcoin alone I trade on two intervals, which is 15 minute and 1 hour and hourly. I mean, my systems trade, uh, and that's kind of a unique situation because most of the, I mean, all of the other coins I trade on 15 minute, not on 1 hourly. Like for example, Ethereum. I have a trade on Ethereum, which is performing very well, plus 52% in profit right now. So yeah, just as I have written under Crypto post, I'm discussing Ethereum as well. And let me repeat myself once again. I expect Ethereum to do well, right? Until fourth quarter, I expect it to do well. Later, it's going to have a huge correction like everything else. Into deep 2026, it's probably going to recover. Probably is going to mark even greater all-time high. But after that, I predict right here. I prophesize that Ethereum will start fading fast. Somewhat, I mean, it will start fading, right? And at the very end of the day, it will become irrelevant, right? The competitors are going to steal the show, are going to steal the podium. Ethereum will move on some far place in the ranking. Why? Because there is a lot of misunderstanding around Ethereum. People think that Ethereum is something that it is not. Yeah, and it aspired to be that's something that they think it is, but it never got there. And I think one of the most accurate posts I have come across on the web today about Ethereum is from TechLead, and that's very interesting because I don't like that guy, but you know, I give respect when it's due, right? I pay respect when it's due, and he said Ethereum is not a stable coin because I think Tom Lee is advertising Ethereum as a stablecoin play, which it is definitely not, right? And he said TechLead, he says it. Ethereum is not a stablecoin play, and I agree. Despite it being 60% of USDC volume, Ethereum is only 5% of USDC transactions. This is what people are missing. Yeah, big time they are missing it. Transactions usage is what actually matters. Yeah, exactly. Stablecoins are not used on Ethereum. Of course they are not, because Ethereum is damn expensive, man. Damn expensive. If on Solana you can pay only 1 cent for sending stablecoins, on Ethereum it's a few dollars. So like, come on, who wants to pay a few dollars for a transaction? That's just stupid. If you have alternatives such as Solana or any other cheaper smart contract network, right? Which there's plenty of it with USDT or USDC functionality, right? So yeah, here I fully agree with TechLead, even though most of the time when he talks about blockchain industry and cryptocurrencies, he misses it by a lot. And when he talks about trading, when he talks about trading, then you can especially if you're a professional, you can quickly realize that guy has literally no clue what he's saying. He's supposed to have a little bit of idea about blockchain technology because he's a software engineer. He falls far from truth most of the time, but this time he said it on point. This time he checked the data, he did the homework, and that comment is definitely on point. Ethereum is not what people think It is. It can get there, of course, with a lot of work from developer side, the Ethereum developers. But it's not an easy task. It's, it's not an easy task, not only from the software engineering side of things, but also from political side of things, because Ethereum became very political. Ethereum, since it's so big and it exists for so long, it gathered a lot of circles of interest that are defending the status quo, and they don't want any changes, right? Because their businesses are based on it. So on the way things are working right now. So I'm pointing it out, and I'm telling you, Ethereum. The only thing Ethereum has is the name. It has a really really big name, and that is why it will still see a lot of growth. And Bitcoin spot, Ethereum spot ETFs are going to get staking, so that it will give it a very solid boost. But after this cycle, Ethereum, you should probably forget about it, because it's going to be it's going to be a one-way thing, and that and that way is not going to be up. It's going to be down, 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 down the hill until it hits so low levels you never even thought were possible. Yeah. Okay. Let's switch to my timeline here. And do I want to add anything here? I've been talking quite a lot, pretty much the same for last few live streams, or um, on about Ethereum, but yeah, it's quite important. I still acquire more followers, more subscribers. So to many of you, what I say here, even though I repeat myself throughout the last few days, to many of you, it's going to be something new. So those that already heard it, guys, you must forgive me. You must forgive me for the sake of the newcomers. They have not heard, the important warning. And what is the plan? What is the plan of the Wall Street? The plan of the Wall Street is to pump it, steal the show from Bitcoin, and later, obliterate it and make money with shorting this thing into the deep, deep ground. Yeah. Let's take a look how altcoins are doing. Anything has pumped since we started? No, not really. Edge bar is doing quite well today. FIS is doing FIS. This is how I would read it. Res. On FIS, I know I have a trade for sure. This is how it looks. So here was the entry. Plus 15% so far in profit. Res 2. This one just entered, okay. Just entered. So this one's a very fresh entry. And right now it's seeing a tiny profit. I thought it entered earlier. Is it Binance? Yeah, it is. Interesting. Anything else? Tooth. I also have Tooth in a trade. And I have no idea what that is. Is it a res? I have no idea what that is. This one is plus 22% profit. Yeah, so this one is performing much better. I have no idea what it is, because I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need it to be able to benefit from it. Kernel, I also have kernel in trade, and I know for a fact this one is in profit. So this one is easy. It already gave me a double here, and now it's going even higher. Probably I'm going to get a second double on it. So yeah, this one makes me happy. Guys, if you have any questions, ask me in the live chat. If you watch it live, you don't have any questions, then at least write me hi in the live chat. It will be very, very nice to see it. Yeah, anything else? Not much really. Okay, let's take a look at liquidation levels. They're probably still very low. $38 million on Ethereum. Where's Bitcoin? $5 million on Bitcoin. So that's literally nothing. That tells me, and I was commenting on it yesterday, that tells me that there is zero retail. Why? Because liquidations, they literally stop when weekend comes. And who trades like that? Companies, institutions, corporations. They always take, Saturday, Sunday, they take time off, right? Days off. So there's very little liquidations on the weekend, meaning that on the weekend we get the real state of retail, right? The blanket is coming off for Saturday, Sunday, and then we see how much retail we have in this market. And since liquidation levels drop so drastically, that means this is the state of the market when retail stays alone here, right? So there is nobody from retailers trading these assets now. Meaning that we can be extra sure we are not going to see big dumps anytime soon, because dumps are for the retail, not for the big guys. The big guys will be drawing charts as high as possible until retail comes. When retail comes, they will dump on the retail. Remember my words. That's why we actually see so little volatility now, because I mean what you see now is for this market, this is not a lot of volatility. That also tells me that once the real rally kicks off, it's going to be really high, because the situation we've been observing for over 18 months, last over 18 months was we never hit really high interest around crypto. As in previous cycle, on the cycle before that one, we have not seen a real talk about crypto in the mainstream media, everything buzzing. So that time is ahead of us, and that is why I'm so sure the bull market will last into the deep 2026. And that's why I'm telling you to mark my words. Mark my words, and save the link to this live stream, because later you will be able to tell your family to flex with it, right? That I know this guy since he was saying that, right? I mean, I've been saying it for much longer than this, but yeah, even at this point, it's going to be a flex. Okay. Anything else I want to show here? I'm thinking, have I missed anything I wanted to discuss today? Let me bring it back to this form. Maybe let's change the interval to, yeah, maybe USDTD. So USDT dominance, this one is returning, is making another small U-turn here to the downside. So a very correct behavior. Tomorrow, highly likely, either tomorrow or later today it's going to accelerate. That's what I expect. I expect altcoins to pump a little bit harder last 6 hours of today when CME opens. Because CME always tells us a little bit of what's the market sentiment. If they try to short it hard, then it tells us that the sentiment is a little bit negative. If they try to long it hard, then it's of course positive. And the derivative market on CME, the futures market, is having the most of Bitcoin volume. Period. Like it's right now it's number one. It even overtook Binance, and Binance is huge. So CME even overtook Binance in that metric. So that's why, even though derivative market should follow after spot market, when CME opens for first couple of hours, it actually tells the spot market what's about to happen, which is like, you know, the tail, the dog's tail is waving the dog for first few hours, which is really weird, but you know, that's the way it is. Okay, anything else? Let me check the live chat once again. And okay, let's maybe go over to my X timeline. Let's see what we have here, because nothing really comes to my mind. Maybe crypto fear and greed index, how it has changed. It has cooled down once again yesterday. Oh, no, yesterday. Sorry, no, it has not cooled down. It's yesterday. It stayed the same. Yesterday was 64. Actually, the day before it was 64. Today, yesterday was 64, because this one always lags one day. So it's not actually from today. This is from yesterday. And yeah, given that probably we will pump later today, so today's read will be a little bit more bullish, but I like it. I mean, these levels, I really like it. I think it's very safe. It confirms what I'm saying, that you should not be feeding uh, any large dumps, because this one is just way too cold. Where the market is far from overheating, and you should be buying the dip. You should be buying the dip, and you also should throw something at high tech, right? At my meme coin. If you like the content I create here, if you like, you know, my expertise, if you think that there is a lot of growth ahead of me with this type of format, with my personality, me live streaming to 5 live streaming platforms at once every single time I do this, and I try to do every single day, then like I said, you should invest in here. And but at the beginning, go small. Go with some small amount, like $1, $2, $3, nothing big. Get used to it. You know, learn about what it is, because this is a totally new approach to the meme coin scene. Something that I strongly believe is going to popularize by a lot. That people will start, you know, emitting meme coins, treating it as if it was their own stock. And this is exactly how I treat this one. So you know, whatever I'm going to do, whatever actions I'm going to take business wise, is going to translate to this coin here, because I treat it as my own stock, right? And it's the only project I'm discussing on my on the whole of my media, and it will stay like that. Period. It will stay like that for good. So take that combination and um, I think if you want to throw something at it, I think it's worth, you know, giving it a shot. Yeah. How is the connection going? Connection is going stable, so I'm happy. Let's take a look at altcoin season index. And altcoin season index is at 42. Yesterday was at 43, so today is a little, sorry, this one is also from yesterday actually. So on Friday it was 43, yesterday was at 42, so it's quite cool. Once again, that means we have more room for growth, so I'm happy. I'm happy. I like to see it that way. The higher we are, the colder I want to see things, because that means we will continue the rise. And on the daily, all this looks absolutely phenomenal. It looks really good. So so yeah, just keep buying the dip. Keep buying the dip until fourth quarter. You are going to do very well. Okay, well, what else can I comment on? Okay, I'm thinking I'm done. I'm done when it comes to the indexes, to the when it comes to the charts. Let's search for some inspiration here on the timeline. Let's see, maybe someone will give me some topics to discuss, directly with charts again. Oh, you know what? I actually forgot about Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin, which is very important, which is one of the most important charts. And Bitcoin dominance, as I said, is suffering a rejection. I saw it, I saw it coming. Even if this bounce was quite surprising to me, because initially I thought we are going to slice through 60-20, and I said that it is possible we will bounce from here a little bit for a couple of days, but I was giving much more probabilities to just this chart going straight lower, but it got that bounce, right? It got that bounce, but then I also added it will not. We are not going to see a huge recovery from here. It's going to be just a small wimpy bounce, and this is literally what we are getting right now. It's looking really, really promising, and probably at second attempt we will break that 60-20, and we will go for that 58-20. And next bounce, if we are going to get any next bounce, it will be probably there. That's how I see it. Yeah. Okay. So that's it. Let's go over and to my X timeline, and let's see what we've got here. Can someone walk me through the logic of selling 80k Bitcoin at once? Why not 8k per year over 10 years, 1k per month for 80 months? This year you're way out. There's usually only shorter periods of wild buying. That's when you sell. If you waited to sell every year, 1 year you might have sold 5k or 20k, or you just wait for now when it's at the highest and most volume. Yeah, but we definitely don't have the most volume now. I don't think that they have sold for most volume, but I mean, theoretically speaking, I think the best conditions for selling now are on OTC. To my knowledge, that was what has been sold. Those 80Ks, they were sold on exchanges. But as you see, market absorbed it without much trouble. We did not really see much dips. So that makes me think that maybe, just maybe, most of it served to simply scare the retail, and scare away the retail, and liquidate gamblers, right? Gamblers trading on derivatives exchanges, and grab that, and they just grab that liquidity, right? It's sitting there, and that's it. I don't think it was a sell off with real bad intent. Can I just say, if so, 8.2 billion in net inflows over 3 months. Yeah, like I said, there institutions that are buying because staking is going to be, I mean, will be approved on Ethereum ETF. So that's a very easy move, very easy move. Batman, wow! If you earned $1 million through your crypto investments, what would you do next? PayPal, 250k in silver right now, 100k in metal miner stocks right now. Raise the back in crypto in 2027. You're welcome. No, me, I would definitely not do it that way. If I have a spare $1 million right now, I would definitely invest it in high tech, in my meme coin, in building around it. Abu, it's about to happen. ETH, getting some things. $3,900 on ETH by end of the week, early next week. This isn't just another cycle. Yeah, it's very likely. It's very likely. Sometime next week we'll get above. We'll get it above 3,900. But there is much better trades than Ethereum. Let me tell you. Even if I'm very sure Ethereum will keep rising, there are better trades than Ethereum. Pretty much whatever small cap that is listed on Binance will pump much harder than Ethereum. Crypto Goose. Eric Trump thinks ETH will hit 8,000 soon. We'll see. It is possible. It is possible. Nothing is impossible in the crypto market, because I remember, the bull market of 2027, I was buying Bitcoin for $400, and when people were speculating that it will go to 3,000, that cycle, people were getting angry, and it went to 20,000. If somebody said that it will rise up to 10,000, people were literally poking their heads like, you must be crazy, something's wrong with you. And again, it went to 20,000, right? So you can never underestimate what this market can do. Mario No Fall. Google's XR glasses just trapped AI to your face. This is how they look. Google's new Android powered XR specs turn your eyeballs into search bars. Look at landmark, it tells you what it is. Look at a menu, it translates it in real time. The wildest feature, real time translation. And real time translation is super cool. This will go down as the worst take in the history of worst takes. Today I will launch ChatGPT. Try talking with it here. Chat OpenAI, blah blah. Love the ambition and thesis, but given the current tech, I'd say it's your worst product concept so far. I don't think so. I don't know why this guy he said it was a bad concept. Because the concept was amazing. If mirrors Bitcoin, same setup, breakout loading. Okay, those are completely. I mean, okay, this is a fractal, yes, because Titan of Crypto apparently likes fractals, and fractals are not the best way of treating with markets. Let me tell you. What is this? Quite comfortable setup, isn't it? Yeah, it looks funny. Super old TV with trading view on it. Looks very vintage. When I make it in crypto, no one around me will be broke, and I truly mean that. I will move to a wealthy neighborhood. Good one. Good one. Good one. But if life is good, I think you should share your blessing with others, especially with the needy ones, uh, orphans to be more specific. Think about it. If you are doing really good right now, think about donating to some orphanage, or if I don't know, you see homeless kids, so I don't know, in your vicinity, try to help them. A coin telegraph, big Defiance Capital recently bought $140 million worth of it. So, yeah, so they are loading up big time. Like I said, it's a very easy trade right now. One thing that I cannot take away from Ethereum in current circumstances is that Ethereum is a really easy trade. Fox Business said on TV that trillions are coming to Bitcoin and crypto. Wild times. Yeah, so a lot of talk about Ethereum, about inflows into Ethereum. ETH. That's like literally dominating on my timeline. So yeah. Okay, let's end it here, guys. Share, like, and subscribe, and give me a follow, and definitely consider investing in my meme coin high tech. The link to its liquidity pool you will find in the description section of this live stream if you watch it on YouTube or on Rumble. Other than that, in my bio on X, in my bio, you will have the mint address in text form, because here you see on the screen you can see the mint address in the image form. So there you can copy paste it and go to whatever Solana exchange, paste it in, and you will find it that way without any troubles. And you can allocate $1, $2, $3, something small, something that will not make you nervous for the beginning. Later while you stay with me and you get more familiar with me, you can decide with something something more considerable. But for now, my advice is just, go easy on it. If you if you if you decide to give it a shot, okay? So thank you guys for your time. And remember, I will live stream this. I will put another live stream with this, literally this material, in a loop for a few hours. So don't freak out. But I will still be with my computer. I will still see what is going on in the live chat, and if I see that a conversation is breaking out, then I will flip the screen, and I will go real live, and we'll comment on that. So that is why it's not going to be like a fully false live stream. So again, thank you for your time, guys, and I see you sometime soon.